Alright, hey everybody, welcome to Sessions 1 for Computer Animation 1310, Intro to Computer Animation. And today I just want to go over what is computer animation and what kind of 3D artist are you. And we'll just do a little quick one on this because you can kind of read them yourself, they're not a big deal. But here is an intro to computer animation, an overview what's in store for you here at Chat State. It's more than just animation. Although computer animation implies a certain specific focus in animation, it is really a much broader category that includes all kinds of computer graphics or CGI that we'll be working with here in the classroom. So that is to say, this is actually a fairly broad concentration where we're going to do more than just animation. We're going to do all sorts of things. So let's take a look at some of those. In texture techniques, we will be going over some concepting and idea generation illustration. We will do that kind of continuously throughout the course of the concentration. Making concepting is basically, you get kind of a visual setup and people can get an idea for what the characters are and what the environment is. These are mostly character concepts here. But you get a little bit of background. Sometimes they're totally environmental. And then we have modeling. We kind of hard surface and organic modeling, but this is working with learning models for both stage and levels as well as characters. Stage is, so it can be film, it can be 3D work, it can be movies, short films. You can do game levels with this kind of work. You can even push it into simulation work for different companies. It includes a creative eye for building cars, landscapes, animals, and people, depending on what you're doing. So here's some hard surface visuals, environments. This is the mesh of these models here. Here's some character models. This is digital sculpt work done mostly in ZBrush, right? A little more low poly visuals and modeling. After you get done modeling something, texturing is sort of the next step, the process of coloring and adding visual detail to a model surface. This is usually done by using image files and further shading mapping inside of a 3D software package, such as Maya, or something like ZBrush, or maybe even Substance Painter. It's a process that is both hand-painted, as this is here. This is kind of a hand-painted texture set, but also image-based technical tweaks, which you see more here on the Argonian. That's very much like scale patternings and leather patternings, and not so much hand-drawn, although you see people will put in effort to make different details and touches. It all depends on your level of comfort with painting. So yeah, let's see here. We see some texture sets. This is an overall with a diffuse or color. And we've got our normal map in blue. We've got our height map, or this might even be, height map. And then we got some specular action and some deep recesses to give a shadow on an object. Here's a character model with everything kind of packed in. Here's the head shot, and here's the body shot for it. Nicely, tightly woven into the scene. And different software packages will have slightly different approaches to setting things up. See, this one uses a metal shader in order to lay over different roughnesses and effects. And then lighting is another aspect. Without light, there's nothingness, only pitch black. So we are going to learn some lighting systems. It is dependent on software, but Maya uses Arnold. Some other things use ray trace systems and such. We're going to be using Maya and sometimes Unity. Here's some examples of lighting setups. This right here has multi-point lighting. This one has a strong light source coming from outside with a bit of one from the lamp up here, creating for a very visually impressive scene. Again, here's a shift in the change in the lighting, the tone. It's very blue and Very strong lighting coming from outside with a little bit of warmth down here. It's another one with some nice lighting coming off of the lamp. A little bit of light from outside. Strong lighting from the front, highlighting things with a bit of rim blue lighting on the backside. So yeah, and of course animation, known also as the illusion of life. And animation, you should check out these links on your own if you want to have some fun. They're kind of amusing and quirky. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to be looking at overall when it comes to doing things here at Chat State's computer animation degree. Let's take a quick peek. I would like you to also do, what kind of 3D artist are you? And this is just a simple little questionnaire. It's not very long, but if you fill it out and then kind of tally up your results, you can drop that over. I believe I've got a little Dropbox for what kind of 3D artist are you? What kind of CGI artist are you? Right here on the Dropbox. And let's have that done by next Monday, and we can move on to more enjoyable things. Session 2 will be about storytelling, the hero's journey. We're going to talk a lot about that because it's an important part of creating anything creative. You should usually have some kind of ideas behind it. We'll talk more about that in our next lecture. All right, so thank you very much.